What's up? I know the timer wasn't up, but we're just gonna get right into it. We are looking good today. Good morning, Salva. Good afternoon, Legacy. Where do you live, Legacy? It's like 5 in the morning for me. I'm assuming somewhere in Europe. But what's up? What's up? I'll let everyone start flooding in. What's up, Salva? What are you looking at right now? I was actually thinking right now. I think Wednesday when I go live, Germany, nice, Legacy. Wednesday when I go live, I think we're gonna do a little bit later at 6:30. Because I honestly don't really catch myself taking trades before 6:30. So I think we might push it out till then. I'm starting to think about it. So let me know. I mean, sometimes I see setups on NAS and gold because that's all I really trade in the morning unless I see something form on these other pairs. But I live in Cali, California. So 5 a.m. Probably the worst area for trading by far. By far. It's horrible, but I mean, it is what it is. Anyone in any trades right now? I want to know. I'm going to go over some things that I'm looking at right now, but I'm actually going to go over a trade that I missed. I wouldn't say missed, but definitely watched it played out and realized I should have shot. But I mean, it happens. But for NAS and gold today, I'm honestly expecting gold to, I don't want to say have a little sell-off, but something's telling me. We have not swept Asia highs yet. I would like to see that, but we have not. Hi, Nolani. Nice to see you. I'll see you later at 10 a.m. too. Pretty sure the mentorship today, but like I was saying, I don't know. We'll see with gold. 6:30 is a big one for me. Yeah, sells on gold. Yeah, I was thinking that gold's looking good for sells. I don't know if I'm gonna get in anything. 2764. How about this? Oh shit, okay. 80 JPY buys. Good morning, Montclair. Good morning, guys. All right, buys. Let's see. See, just like GJ, we're kind of like, obviously we're bullish, but we're kind of like stuck in this range right now where we have not broken any highs or lows. I'll explain that right now, Nalani. But was it Kalon Ramon? Before hour, we're looking like possibly we're going to go bullish. So I'm liking your buy analysis, right? I like using the fib just to kind of, oh God, just to understand where we're on price. We're clearly in discount, okay? Good morning, Anthony. Like I said, clearly in discount. We are bullish overall on the daily. What am I going to be looking for on the 15? Just because I'm not entering off from the 4-hour demand. I'd want to see a break at this high. Truly, I'd want to see price probably come up, create new structure, and then come into retest. But as of right now, it'd be like more of a waiting game for me. But that's how I feel. But I do think 80 JPY buys are a go. At least I would take them. So, but I don't really trade that pair. So, and I actually have a perfect example for you, Nolani. Sava gave you a good description of it too. But this is actually a trade that I missed last night during, I guess, pre-London. I wasn't really looking to take this trade exactly, and I'll tell you why. Because my bias coming into this was, let's do a little replay. Was price clearly was bullish, right? I'm expecting price. I mean, we're bearish on the 4-hour and the daily, if you want to look at this range, but looking at the weekly and the monthly, I'm expecting price to kind of facilitate a pullback into equilibrium. And as well on the monthly, we overall are looking at that pullback, right? We ended very strong last week. So like I said, bulls or buys. But on the 4-hour, we just recently broke structure. Okay, so we broke this high right here. I was expecting to pull back into discount pricing. Sorry if you can hear siren, my window's open. But I was expecting to price or pull back into discount price. We did not hit that. And therefore I was like, okay, I'm not going to take any buys. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a price to kind of finish that pullback. But instead we kind of reacted, or we didn't kind of, we reacted off of this demand right here. And Nolani, this is a good example for you. We had a nice sweep of Asia lows right here. We had actually had another sweep of this low right here. And then we kind of, not kind of, I keep saying kind of, we had a break or a change of character, and then we came back into this demand to buy up and target Tokyo highs, and then last week's high. So that was actually a very good trade. I just kind of, again, like I say, it's a good trade because it was, but looking back on it, I was following my rules. So I wanted to see that pull back into discount. It would have been a beautiful trade if price or if this demand was under that or equilibrium, then I would have 100% jumped in that trade no matter what. But all the other confluences behind it, the sweep of Tokyo lows, that change of character on the 5-minute, and then that pull back into demand, it was a beautiful trade. So I don't know if anyone took it. If you did, let me know. Yeah, but again, like Salva said, we just use it as like liquidation point. So like after seeing Tokyo lows get swept, we can anticipate that price could potentially go back up and sweep the highs, just because again, we're looking to target liquidity, especially when you pair it with like your bias or whatever you're looking at. Like in this case, I was looking for buys, and knowing that Tokyo highs or Asia highs, whatever you want to call it, was still open. I know that that was a good, target for liquidity. Obviously, it went way past that, but again, it was still like a good area of liquidity. So, and then like New York highs, this really wouldn't matter. I mean, we got swept, but like also using like daily highs, and last week highs is a very good, what you call it? It's a very good point of liquidity too to target. It can be Nolani, but it's not always 100% going to be. But you can kind of anticipate that depending on like your overall bias. Like in this case, like we're clearly bullish. We swap Tokyo lows. We start seeing change of character. We can anticipate that it's probably going to at least go to Tokyo highs and sweep that. So, but yeah, like majority of the time, like you can see here, we swept New York high last week, came down, swept a low again. It's like everything's liquidity one, but these are just, I guess there's a lot more liquidity, especially at the open. You tend to find a lot more people entering the market. So usually people will target that. Like NASDAQ and gold, the reason I don't trade supply and demand on NASDAQ or gold, especially NASDAQ, is because like a lot of times it's just like hunting liquidity. You don't really see supply and demand setups. I mean, you can, but and like going off to Anthony's question, I guess it's ICT, but I have been studying a bit of ICT just to kind of start trading NASDAQ. So I don't know if you guys know about like inversion for value gaps. I mean, just the basic ICT type shit. I've been studying like other people that kind of teach ICT. I don't really like ICT himself, but I've been getting into it just to kind of start trading NAS. Like I said, I got a lot of friends who are making a lot of money on futures right now, just trading inversion fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps, and targeting areas of liquidity, equal highs, session highs. And I mean, if they're making money, I'm going there. So I'm still doing good on Forex, but again, like I said, I'm streaming for New York. I gotta trade something, What about you, Anthony? It took me like 2 years, I think. 2 years to really start seeing like actual like progress where I was ending my month solid. So, or up. 2 years. And it was with Forex, supply and demand. So, but again, like I'm just kind of, messing around going into, again, NASDAQ and gold. I guess gold you can still trade supply and demand, but I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of nice examples of inversion fair value gaps and just targeting liquidity. Yeah, Sal was right. Sal was right. My biggest thing for NAS though is I just don't tend to see a lot of supply and demand. There still is, like, trust me, I still see it, but um it just moves so fast and we're just hunting liquidity. So I mean, I gotta switch it up, at least for NASDAQ. NAS is looking a bit bullish. We're having this massive pullback candle right here. So I think going into New York, especially after 6:30, I'm expecting to probably come up and sweep London highs and Tokyo highs. So could be looking at that. I just don't see anything right now for me to enter in off of. New York just opened, so kind of gonna give it time to play out. Again, that's why I said Wednesday when I go live, I will be going live at 6:30. I'm thinking, just because I will more actually be trading during that time. So Salva said he was looking for sales on gold. Salva's a beast though. But again, I'll just kind of go through my breakdown for the week. Why not? So I do. Okay. I don't know. I mean, are you journaling, Anthony? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, if you can, you should be able to identify if you're actually journaling what's going wrong. It could be because it's January and the markets are choppy, but I do know a lot of people who are actually making money trading simple. Oh, I don't know. ICT has a lot of models, so it just kind of depends on what you're trading. But what I'm familiar with is just like inversion fair value gaps, kind of understanding the higher time frame bias and looking for, areas of liquidity to target. So um, again, it depends on what you're doing, but you should be journaling. Like, I've been able to go back in my past years and look at my old data and see, okay, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. Like with Forex, like when it comes to supply and demand zones, I realized that I can't have tight stop losses. And what I mean by that is I can't have stop losses. Let's find a better example. I guess we can use this one. So sometimes you'll see like fair value gap retracements. So like they'll pull back into a fair value gap and then respecting it, and then I mean again, like my only thing is like, one, I'm not too familiar with ICT to like really like give my full opinion on it, and like I just don't want to say something that like I don't really know yet, because again, like I'm just getting into it. But I trade more just like inversion fair value gaps. I don't know if that's something you're into. But if you're not looking at the higher time frame, that could be a reason. If you're not targeting liquidity, you're just probably getting stuck on the wrong side of the market. I'm still in replay. Damn. Again, like it just depends. Like, just one, if you're not like tracking every trade you take, that's a problem in itself. Like, you should be tracking every single trade to be able to go back. Because like I was saying, like 2023, yeah, 2023, I was finding a lot of success just having tight stop losses like this. Not a lot of success, but some. And I would just hold tight stop losses. I'd get good RR, but I started realizing that a lot of times price would actually wick that. So I'd extend my stop loss. This is not the best example. Yeah, Salv is right. Big RR strats don't have a lot of you lose a lot more. So I'll find a good example of this. Damn. Okay, we can use this, I guess. So in this case right here is a perfect example. We have a nice demand right here. This demand is like not exactly at the ultimate low. I mean, it somewhat is, but as you can see, this is the actual low of this leg that we're trading within. So this is the leg that we're trading within, right? The low, the high. 2023, I would set stops right here. And this is a perfect example because it does exactly what I say it did. You would see, let's say we're targeting highs, you would see price a lot of times, yes, react, but sometimes just wick that area. But this trade is still valid, and I've kind of realized that over time just through data, because again, we're trading within this leg. This is just my supply and demand is just an area for me to enter at. Okay, this is still valid, right? So now I set my stop losses at the ultimate low, no matter what. Even if it takes off 2RR, I don't care. I'd rather win a trade than lose a trade, if that makes sense. So, and this is a perfect example because we come in. This could have been, you know, news. I'm pretty sure this could have been like manipulated by news, but this happens a lot, especially last year in 2024, where price would just wick that zone, and it would take, or 2023 would take me out. Kind of like rambling, jumping all over the place. But again, the main point is data showed me that I need to expand my stop losses, right? And I saw a lot more wins because of that. So, but that goes with anything. What's up, Cam? What you trading right now? You got any setups for me? Fair value strategies, low hanging fruit reward. Yeah, I could say that, Anthony. I don't know. Again, like I'm not too far into ICT. Like I use fair value gaps just to kind of confirm that we're respecting the area, and you know, it kind of confirms my bias if we're looking for, you know, shorts or longs. And then from there, I'll look for some type of 1 minute inverse fair value gap to show that price does not want to continue in that lower time frame trend, and then we can just target opposing liquidity. So that's what I look for. But again, like if you need to start, you know, journaling, like you should really start. I have a journal. It's a really good one. I give it to all. Anthony, I don't know if you're the Anthony in the mentorship or not. I don't think you are. But to trade supply and demand, truly, I would say mirror Luca in the mentorship. But if you want some free, like free content, I guess, and you want to just like take the free route, I really suggest a guy named Photon Trading. It's PHOTON and then trading. Super. He just explains it really well. He has a lot of video, a lot of free stuff. And honestly, I really suggest you go that route at first. And then if you really want some mentoring, you can come over to mine and Lucas mentorship, because we go in depth, because it's more than just a strategy. It's also, again, journaling, like I say, tracking data, risk management, making sure that you're not over risking or anything like that. But yeah, check him out, learn a little bit of supply and demand if you like it. I always suggest some type of mentorship. And thank you, Salva. That's my Discord there if you guys want to join. I give a weekly outlook every single week. Also give daily breakdowns to every trade I take. So you guys can always kind of get like an insight of what I'm thinking or what I thought, or my thought process going into that trade. So this year is kind of, I mean, this month has kind of been slow for me. I think I'm break even for the month right now. But a couple wins, couple losses. But hopefully we'll capitalize on this month and this week, and we'll see. But it's been a slow January. But anyone looking at anything specific? I want to see. Oh, okay. Now I know who's who. GJ, okay. GJ for me, I'm waiting right now. Again, starting at the month, we're overall bullish, but we kind of like these last couple months have not been wanting to make any new highs, which has been concerning for me. And I know you guys are probably thinking the monthly, but higher time frame is key. That's how I look at it. Just kind of give me an overall idea of where the markets are heading. But going down to the weekly, we're struggling to take this high. Okay, we kind of had these higher highs being formed, especially you can see that on the daily higher highs, but I was expecting to see a break of this high. That doesn't mean we still can't break it, but the fact that we kind of failed to break it and started trending down kind of tells me that price is probably going to sell off. I can't say that for sure, and this is why I say I'm, kind of like a waiting game. And this is just the way I trade because I'm more of like intraday swing when it comes to Forex. But on the 4-hour, we can see we broke this low right here. What am I expecting? It was more the daily. We broke this low. We had that pullback into premium price, and now we are starting to have that reaction. Okay, that doesn't mean we're going to continue to sell off. We actually could be looking good for buys on the 15-minute, but this is just not my type of entry. So if I were to take this, it'd have to be like a break this high, but even then, my higher time frames aren't giving me the most confidence in doing that. So I'd rather wait on GJ and trade other pairs than force anything, because I do think that price is going to break this low on the 4-hour and then continue overall bearish to break this low and then ultimately this low. And then from there, we could say that price is now definitely bearish on the higher time frames. And then after a break of structure, we can ultimately look for what? A pullback. So I don't know. If you want to get into buys right now, like go for it. I would wait for a confirmation because there's just not a lot here. So we swept lows on during Tokyo, but this was, I think, Friday's low. If not, yeah, this was Friday's low. So that could be a major liquidity point. But if you were to enter buys, I'd wait for like a break of this high and then a pullback. But even Salva is bearish on GJ, so that should tell you a lot. Okay, remember, higher time frames key. It's going to tell you a lot what price is doing. But we're just at a point where, same with like AED/JPY, we're at a point where price is just, I need to see a break of the low or a break of the high to see if we're continuing with the bullish like movement or flipping bearish. So I know GJ is going to be one of those pairs that I kind of sit on my hands all week. That's how GA was last week. But now GA, after a whole week of fucking ranging here, we finally had a breakout on Friday. And then obviously Sunday into today, we continue to push bullish. I'm expecting a pullback, maybe not all the way down here, but at some point price is going to need to pull back because we changed character. Of course, all I do is I'm just going to mark on my fib and try to find a pullback into this equilibrium. But again, it's just a patient type of thing. I needed to see a change of character of some sort and see that price is clearly switching bearish on the lower time frames, and then we can catch that trend into here and then expect that push to the upside because we are overall bullish, right? So again, like supply and demand, like I'm really big on start on the higher time frames, see what's happening. Again, clearly bullish here. We didn't come down all the way to this demand, which would have been nice to see, but it doesn't have to happen. Remember, nothing's promised in trading. But the biggest thing is knowing that, okay, we're in discount, so we are at a point where we could buy up, and that's what we're doing. We clearly broke out of this range, looking good for buys, so we can expect that. But after every break of structure, there's usually some type of pullback, okay? And most of the time it's into discount pricing, so institutions and banks can get in at a cheaper price to continue to push back to higher prices. Okay, makes sense. So Antonio, make sure you're looking at the higher time frames always. So again, GJ may buy up, but I'd rather miss that trade. Okay, I'm fine missing that trade. It's gonna happen. So let's look at EDGPY. I remember I was telling someone buys. We are getting that reaction. So still looking good for buys on EDGPY. Looking at the week though. The one thing that I'm fearing for AED/JPY buys, whoever asked earlier, is we actually, I mean, the monthly's looking bullish, yes, but the weekly and the daily look like, I don't know. Actually, I'm thinking we're good. Overall bullish, so I'm thinking that we could see a push of this area. But the one thing that scares me is how price kind of failed to make new highs from this area right here. We made new highs, we're kind of bullish, and then we kind of drop back low, started breaking lows. Buys on EU. I missed buys earlier on EU, down here. So like right now, I'm not really looking for anything. What I am expecting, or what I was expecting price to do, is to make a new high right here, and then facilitate a pullback into discount. I know when Luca asked you earlier, Nolani, I like sat there and I was like, damn, like she's about to call me out, telling him that I convinced her to switch to Forex, and then he's about to chew me out. Kidding, nah. Nah, but I'm glad he made the switch. It's a lot slower, it's a lot easier. Nasdaq, like starting off Nasdaq, I started trading Nasdaq like when I first started trading. And having that exposure early on is very like good. To kind of like, it's not good in the sense that like it's good in a bad way. I don't know if that makes sense, but you just get like exposed to how fast and how volatile markets, you know, move. So I think it was a good lesson for you, but taking a step back into Forex could like I think really help with your trading. So yeah, so that's good. If he's telling you to try Forex pairs, then you should. Just like I said, NAS is not big on supply and demand. Again, like that's really how the markets move, supply and demand, discount premium. But I see more reactions and more trade opportunities on Forex rather than like NASDAQ and US 30. I see more just like liquidity sweeps. Yes, we still like respect discount premium pricing, but there's just some differences that you will see on Forex and all that. But we could be looking at Euro USD buys from this area, but this is just not my style of trading. Again, that doesn't mean it's not going to buy up. I'm expecting, like I was saying, a pullback. One, we haven't pulled back into, again, like discount pricing of this leg. So that's what kind of makes me think that we're still expecting that pullback. We did buy up, yes. But I'm still waiting for a pullback, but we'll see. We'll see, because overall on the daily, we are bearish, right? So we want to see a break of this daily high, but I think we're going to get it based off the weekly and the monthly. Okay, we're looking like we're getting into a pullback phase on the weekly and the monthly, which can give us an idea that the daily is going to flip bullish as well. And obviously the 4-hour trend is bullish right now, but it's a waiting game. I don't know, Savo, what do you think on here, USD? We're gonna be patient, right? Be patient right now. We're just overbought, and I'm not seeing any solid sell setups, at least yet. So we'll see. And Tony, I know you're asking about GJ. It looks like it's buying up. So I mean, if you wanted to enter, you could. I don't know where you would have entered, just because like it's not me type of deal. Unless you go out to the 5-minute and you trade off of some of these demands down here, to look to push the upside. But again, just not my style of trading, so I don't like to suggest it, especially because we have London lows down here. We might sweep that during New York, so just be careful. Yeah, I agree with Sava. We are bullish. We could potentially buy up from one of these demands, but personally, I'm just not gonna buy from a random demand. I'd like to see it come into discount. I don't want to buy high. What do you mean, Alani? Like, do you mean like you didn't think you could trade GJ during New York? I think that's what you mean, huh? Yeah, Saba, if you're saying that you're waiting for like a pullback, then I agree. I don't know what you're saying. Just we are overbought. We could continue to buy up, like I said, because I was expecting price to break this high, not just wick it. So hell yeah, Antonio. GJ sells. What was the sell looking like? Where do you sell off from? Was it like this supply up here? There's a fucking I hate it so much when when my fucking charts do this shit where there's a gap at market open or whatever this is. I fucking hate it with a passion, man. Yeah, we could be looking at buys, Antonio, into higher premium pricing. Like that's always um could be the case. But again, like just because we're having a reaction off of the supply, we're in equilibrium. Just being patient doesn't mean you have to be. Again, like that's why I'm always preaching, have a plan, have a set of rules. If it follows your rules, take it because it's your plan. And Nolani, yeah. So like with Forex, you can trade any pair anytime. So just because it's like more of like a London Tokyo pair doesn't mean you can't trade it during New York. You can still 100% trade it during New York. So GJ, GA, like you can trade GA right now. You can trade it all day, 24/5. So you can trade it 5 days a week, 24 or 24 hours a day. So like I don't know if you just have Euro USD right now, but like if you wanted to just kind of like back test and forward test and do all that, you can trade GJ. That's another big one. GU and EU move similarly, so I don't suggest you have both of them, especially like when you're first learning. It's up to you. They still have their differences, of course, but they kind of usually move in the same general direction. And yeah, Salva, it's not about direction; it's about high probability trades. Yes, only taking the best trades. So like with Forex, and this is another reason why I'm kind of moving into, I guess, futures, is just because I'm only taking like 1 to 2 trades a week. I mean, there's been a couple weeks like last year where I took 1 trade, 0 trades, and but again, like I'm fine with that, But I mean, if I have an opportunity to shoot more on different accounts, and it's not going to affect my Forex trading, why not? So futures is a whole different platform, whole different account, and I'm just gonna, just gonna shoot if I get the opportunity. Hell yeah, Antonio sold 19364. It's all the way up here. Okay, it's solid. You caught that pullback, so that's nice. But yeah, I think today I'm gonna stop the live at 6, maybe 6:30. We'll see. But again, remember Wednesday I will be live at 6:30 instead, just so I can actually call some trades. Again, not a financial advisor, but I know you guys probably want some call outs. So, and again, it'll be futures. So unless there's anything forming on any other pair, but we'll see. Nolani, like for you too, I know you're just kind of getting into Forex. Um, I don't know. I would, because you're up all night through London and New York because of your work, I suggest like just kind of looking at more of like intraday type of deal. I'm not saying there's not going to be like lower time frame entries, but um, again, if you want to take high probability trades, um, you are probably going to end up like trading throughout the day. Not saying you have to be on your phone 24/7, but the beauty of trading is like being able to look at your phone here and there, have overall bias or higher time frame bias, wait for a setup to form. Once it starts forming, you can kind of, again, you can set a limit, don't forget about limits. That's what I do. If it's a valid trade, set a limit. It is what it is. So, but I think we are looking at buys on NASDAQ. Buys, buys, buys. Yeah, limits are nice, a little bit more stress free, and ease of mind, I guess. So, especially like working, you can set a limit, you can do whatever you have to do if you're not able to get to your phone. And then, I mean, if you can't get to your phone, great, but um, I love limits too. Again, like make sure you're tracking data, journaling, especially when you're moving into like these forex pairs, you're going to see a big difference between NAS and forex. I know you already journal, but keep that in mind as well. So But yeah, that's all I do. I just set limits. Even if I'm actively there, I'll still set a limit even if I'm on my computer. So what's Ali? What's up, Ali? I know I'm not Luca, but took over his stream. How you doing, G? Ali's in the building. I mean, again, I'm not gonna go like too deep into features because like I'm not a like very knowledgeable in it yet. But one, you can't. I mean, you can trade some forex pairs, but it's more just like indices and gold and stuff like that. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it. You too, bro. I've been seeing the reels, Ali. You're posting like twice, 3 times a day. Have me feeling like I gotta do more. I post once a day, so. But hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, I appreciate you, Ali. Hella. Ali, they're asking for the sauce. But yeah, like I was saying with futures, just like what you can trade and like the biggest thing that I've noticed, like when it comes like entering trades, like there's no spread on futures, and that's like a big thing, especially when you're trading like the lower time frames. Because I'm trading like the 1 minute when it comes to futures. Hell yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out once he posts it. I know Ollie needs to teach me a little bit more about fundamentals. Who did you learn from, Ollie? You're still here. Because I think I remember you telling me you learned from someone specific, or was it kind of just over time you started to educate yourself a little bit more on it? No spreads, like so when you enter a trade, like on Forex, like you'll kind of see that price will like instantly put you back like 2 pips, or 3, depending on like how big your lot size is. They're from hedge funds and books. Oh yeah. You're gonna catch me reading. Learn from myself. Oh yeah. I bet, but I see you killing it with, understanding fundamentals, and I've really been interested in gaining some more knowledge in that area and seeing how it affects my trading because I mean, I'm big on, Forex too, and I saw you kind of switch from supply and demand. I still kind of see you do it, but just taking a different approach on the market and has me very, very, very intrigued. So definitely gonna have to take a deep dive. And again, Antonio, like with Forex, like you kind of get fucked with spread. Like you'll get instantly like, I don't know if you notice, like you'll instantly get thrown into drawdown when you enter a trade. But with futures, you don't. Oh yeah, Ollie, I'll DM you on Instagram. I'll probably be ending soon, so I'll hit you up. Oh yeah. But again, Antonio, with futures, you just don't get instantly thrown back into drawdown, which means no spread. I know Emmett's in here, Ollie's in here. Luca gets no love. No, I'm just kidding. Luca gets all the love. It's just people don't have to join his thing. Luca has motion. Big time. More motion than you really think. I'm not trying to glaze, but Luca has a lot of motion. So does Ollie. And they all do. but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Salva, we were right. Did you ever get into sell, Salva? I know you said you were going to get in at 6.4. Did you not? Or 6.3? It's no limit, Anthony. Were you able to check out photon trading, Anthony? You got in, Salva? Salva got in. What's monster? I don't see it on Discord. Salva does have motion on the chart. Salva's a beast. Salva's up all night trading. Then he takes his profits and he goes and he parties. Fucking savage. Did you send it to me on Discord, Salva? We learned from Ollie too? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The one thing with Ollie is like he's like fundamentally like insane. Insane. No fun prop firms. Antonio. He sleeps on Sundays? Yeah. Oh yeah. I really, really do think he only sleeps one day out of the week. Damn, Salva. You guys want to see Salva's trade? Absolute banger, man. Salva just got it like that, man. I swear. I do want to get more into lives, Antonio, though. I don't want to say like account flips, but I don't know. Recently, I've been wanting to throw like $100 to $1,000 into a live and just seeing what happens. So again, I still want to have proper risk, but at that point, like I know I'm gonna have to risk a little bit more than what I'm used to. Again, I mean it's live, so I can. Shout out to Salva. I know Salva's a fucking beast, man. I'm gonna have to go party with him. And where do you live again, Salva? El Salvador? Sorry to leak where you live, but you should do it, bro. I know. I want to do it, record it, and see what happens. Just kind of like, yeah. I honestly think I might, even if it's like starting like $100, like I don't care, just to see what happens. Because I haven't traded live since like I started trading, and that was like when I really didn't know shit. Argentina, damn, I was way off, Salva. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll record it, and then obviously post it. That'd be my goal. So, but I do only take like it would only be for Forex, and I only take like 1 to 2 trades a week. Which again, like I can still do a lot with that, but we'll see. We'll see. Antonio, you looking for buys on GJ still? Again, guys, I know I haven't been calling trades in the morning. It is what it is. No, but again, I'm gonna start going live at 6:30. I know you guys are probably annoyed by hearing it, but I just want to let you guys know for next Wednesday or this Wednesday, just so I can actually call some trades if I see any opportunities. Again, it's not guaranteed, but just more likely. So again, Forex, I actually catch myself taking a lot of trades during London. So if I'm not in a trade, I usually don't enter during New York. I do see something, maybe. I've noticed like a trend or like a pattern is I find that like I'll have a New York trade on Friday, which is weird, and I don't like. So because markets close at 3, and a lot of times I'm either stuck in a trade when markets closed, or it ends up being a loser. I've noticed that a lot. Fridays are not a good day. It's weird. But again, like that goes back to Anthony and telling you, or when you're asking about what you can do. Again, like I've noticed trends and patterns just based off my data. I've noticed, okay, I typically Friday I'll have a New York trade on Forex, and I usually don't have a lot of those. But Friday, for some reason, I usually find a lot of those. Friday is not my best day. I do have some good Fridays, yes, but especially when entering during New York, I find a lot of times on Fridays I am getting stopped out. Okay, but again, that all comes from data. So if you're not tracking, you're not going to ever really see that. So I mean, you'll see it visually. I mean, you may tell yourself mentally, but that's not enough. You need to go back. You need to write it down. You need to have data to go back to at the end of the week, at the end of the month, the end of the year. I mean, the end of 2024, like during that little break. I mean, like last 2 weeks of December, maybe the first week of January, I was just going back into data, seeing what I could do better, see what I, you know, if there's anything I needed to add or subtract or refine or whatever it is. So, and then a lot of like the first 3 months of the year, at least for me, is I'm seeing if there's any, change in the markets, right? Do I have to adapt to anything different? Are markets moving, the same? Are they moving differently? Am I seeing, whatever it is? So, like when it comes to like supply and demand zones, like in 2024, I realized that, okay, I can't have such type stop losses. I, adjusted it, a couple months into 2024 after realizing that. So, Antonio, you missed the bus. I know Salva's shaking right now. That pullback. Nah, I'm kidding. Did you secure profit, Salva? Crazy sell-off. I'm expecting London Lotus to get taken out, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But then I'm expecting price to probably come back up after 6:30, to be honest. So, or we could just react off this demand. We'll see. Anyone recommend any good mouse? I had a Razer one, a really good one, but it started tweaking on me. I've had it for like 2 years. So that's probably why it makes sense. Just kind of getting faulty. Just kept like turning off and turning back on. I just didn't like it. Thankfully, I had a second mouse, but this shit's big as fuck. Shit's massive. I don't know. It just feels weird in my hand. Let's get some more buyers in. I know. So what are you looking for now, Salva, on gold? I assume you're still looking for sells, but I could be wrong. So tell me. I don't know though. Bullish. There's no news today. I mean, we have some news, but nothing that could really fuck us over to New York. So, okay. Yeah, I'll be watching it during the open. I'm probably gonna get off at 6. Um, dropped viewers. I don't like that. So, slow Monday, but I will see you guys Wednesday a little bit later. So, might get some more people awake. Um, we can bang out some trades hopefully. That is the goal. I know I didn't call any live trades today, but you guys are fine. I mean, I have multiple accounts, but it's not like it's 10. So, and then I again, like I have futures and forex. So, but that's at 2 different times. So like I really don't have a problem. And like when it comes to forex, like it's not like it's a problem having multiple accounts because what happened, listen. Because I set limits, so it's not like I'm like waiting for an exact entry point. If I see a trade, if it like aligns with my setup, like it's 100%, you know, just I'm 100% confident in it. It aligns with my plan, then I'm just setting a limit and just walking away on those accounts. So, what's up, Bullison? XX bullish trend. Yeah, we'll see what happens at 6:30. So, I'm probably gonna be ending here soon. No shit. Bullison, what are you looking at? I know you got a trade that you're eyeing right now. Remember, Bullison, 10 a.m. today. I'm checking your trading plan. If you don't have it, I'm kicking you out of the Zoom. Not kidding. Same goes for you, Nolani. Antonio. I will kick you out. Again, if you guys didn't know, me and Luca have a mentorship. Of course it's Luca, but I'm in there helping out all the time. So giving away that sauce, going over stuff with you guys, giving you access to a lot of my stuff for free, just to help out. Nolani's good. I think Bullison, you should have yours. I mean, I told you like a week ago, Bullison, that you need to have it. So I hope you have it by now. I really do. Coming up in 4 minutes. I'm thinking I'm going to end the live. What was the question? What do you mean, Antonio? Oh, do you have your trading plan? You need your trading plan at 10 a.m. today. I will be in Zoom. I have coaching calls scheduled for that time. So if you're going to be there, you have to have your trading journal. Just saying. Just saying. Again, oh my God. Again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, once again, sorry for no trades. I know you guys like catching trades for some reason, or me calling them, but there's a lot of these days where like I'm just not seeing anything. But we'll be going live at 6:30 tomorrow. I'm probably gonna end it right now. Yes, by Legacy. Thank you for joining in from Germany. Have a good rest of your day out there, whatever time it is. But I'll see a lot of my mentor people at 10 a.m. You talk about the Notion. Yes. It doesn't have to be Notion exactly, Antonio. So, but again, I just want to see a trading plan. As for the rest of you guys should all have a trading plan. If you guys don't, I'm sorry, you just aren't approaching the markets correctly. Okay, you need to have a trading plan. You need to have something to, go off of. But later, Cam, I will see you guys in the mentorship. Whoever's all in here from there, 10 a.m. Next Wednesday, 6:30, I will be here and hopefully calling out trades for you guys, just because that's more of my trading time, at least for futures. So forex, that's a hit or miss, but you can catch me calling trade ideas in the NLT Discord. So I will catch you guys. I am out of here. Thank you all for joining. Later.